Hello everybody. Today our topic is input and output decorators. So by using the input and output decorators, we can communicate between to the two components. So here the two components here either parent or child component, or here the two components are it's different components, means individual components. So by using the input parameter or by using the input decorator, we can communicate the component very easy, and whatever if you wanted to see the changes by the input decorator, you can see that those changes by using do changes page life cycle, or if you wanted to access or control the input data, then you can use by get and set properties. So for the output, if we wanted to pass the data from one component to another component, so then we have to use the output decorator. So difference is that input and output parameter, output decorators, input decorator it can accept the data, output decorator it will pass the data, it will pass the data to the outside the component. Input decorator it can accept the data from another component. So if you wanted to control the, or if you wanted to access the component, or if you wanted to basically or conditionally shows the data to the component, then you have to use the get and set properties. If you wanted to visit the whatever the changes are done by using the input parameter, then you have to use the do changes page lifecycle hook. So all these concepts we can cover by using code. Okay, here I am using the VS Code online editor. Then come to our code. Here whatever we are seeing the data, this is two components. So basically this is the two components. So first component whatever we are seeing this border color green color, so this is the first component, and this is the second component. This is the one component, and whatever we are seeing over this is the one component, and this is the one component. Okay, so here this, let's say this is the customer component and this is the app component. Okay, so basically here see whatever I would seeing the John data, something John, whatever I would seeing the John, that is basically when the application is getting started. See if I am going to refresh that, see whatever seeing the John here, the data it is accepting the data from the outside of the component. Here that outside of the component it is nothing but my app component, this one, this is what we're seeing the data, right? This app component, this component is the app component. From this component I am passing the data to the this component. Okay, so how it's possible? So based on the input parameter. Okay, so here once you see the change name button, once you click the change name also, see if you click the change name, the name is changing here, right? This is also done based on the input property, input decorator, sorry. Now if I wanted to pass the data, so from here to here I wanted to pass the data from here to here, then we have to use the output decorator. By using the send button here, by using the send button I can pass the data from this component to this component. So that time I have to use the output decorator. See, let's say this is the, see here I am passing some data, some anything. Okay, if I click the send, see right now it is no content is here, right? When I click on the send, see here you can see the data, right? You can see the data here. So how it's possible? Because of output decorator. Okay, let's see our code. The first thing is customers component. The customer component.ts file, here whatever I am using the input decorator, this input decorator is the orders name, right? So first of all, before the customers, I will show you that app.component.html, which is the actual which contain to the two different components. So this is the one component, that app customers is the one component, and this is also one kind of div tag element in the app.component.html file. So first requirement is I wanted to pass the this customer name which is available in the app.component.ts file. I wanted to pass this app.component.html from here to here. I wanted to pass the value from here to here. Okay, how I have to pass the value from here to here? By using the input decorator here. Whatever seeing this customer component.ts name, this I wanted to pass from here to customers component.ts file. So for that I am using the input decorator in the customer component.ts file. So before that, once if you are going to give this customer as an input value to the customer.component.html file or to the ts file, then you have to take that reference. Okay, this one, see here, see customer name, right? I wanted to pass as the customer name to the app customers. So whenever you are whenever you are giving this customer name to the customer component, so here the customer component is behaving like a it is accepting the value. So it is accepting the value, it's a customer name, it is accepting as a customer name as a value into the customer component. So orders name which is represents the input decorator under the app customers component. See, if you come to the app customers component, here orders name is that it is accepting the my customer name value. Okay, you got it right? It is accepting the customer name value. You can here we can use the input parameter in two ways, either set and get properties, or it can, without the set and get properties also we can accept. The difference is, see, in case whenever you are getting the undefined value or null value from the input parameter, suppose here as per now I am having the John Smith. Okay, something as per now right now I am having the John. Some situation you may be having the some null value from the app.component.ts file. So that's the reason that time you have to control on that. Like whenever you are getting the that value as a null or undefined value, you can pass as a something another like it's a something where no name is defined, something. If you wanted to make some customization message to your customer component, then you have to use the get and set properties. Okay, like here, see here, in case if order name, as right now I am having the John, but in case if you are getting the some or any kind of undefined value or null value sometime, right, then that time you have to something, let's say this is see, sometime it is undefined value, let's say we can no name is defined. Okay, you got it right? Suppose here, so by using the get and set properties, you can having the more control on the input parameter, input decorator. So that's the reason I am using the set and get properties. So set is in the sense whatever I am returning the value. Okay, that returning value I have to conditionally show on that. Okay, whether I have to show as it is from the app.component.ts file, or I wanted to something. So right now you as you are seeing, right, and in case that is undefined value, then you are showing this no name. So whatever this so set, by using set value I can give the message to the customer.component.html through get property. So get, which is, so first step is set is executed, so next get is executed. Okay, set and get is it's a properties for the input parameter, input decorator to here. Got it right? So again I am repeating. So accepting here in the sense I am taking the input parameter for this this value input parameter is nothing but I am taking as a something order name something. Let's say that you can say that I am giving the order name, but you can give any kind of the any kind of the name. Okay, I am sending the value because you have to focus is here this component, first component. Okay, this first component, this is the, let's say this is the first component, this is a second component. This say first component is accepting the value from the second component, right? Okay, so right, the same thing I am using to here. Okay, and the next step is once I am clicking on the change name again, see this is the while page is getting initialization. The next step is again if I am going to click the change name. So some situation, if I click the something button, I need to update the I need to update the data into the my another component. So that's the reason I am using the same input parameter. Like see change, when I click the change name here, see again the my value is getting changed. So how it's possible to here again come to the come to app.component.ts file. Because of my button, this button is available in change name button is available in the app.component.ts file. The same happening is here. Say event customer is the method event name. I am updating the same customer name into the different value. So the same thing it is affecting to the here. Okay, some situation, see here you have to concentration on this first component. So first component right now it is accepting the value from the outside of the component. Here outside component is the app component. So first step is so right now I am communicating, right? I can communicate to the first component from the second component. Because of how I have to communicate via the input decorator. So the second thing is I can pass the data from first component to second component, from first component to second component. How I can pass the data? Okay, so I am passing the first component to second component. Right now I am passing the data, like see employee location I am trying to pass to here. So no content is here right now. So whenever I am passing the employee location, I wanted to share same message into the second component. Okay, the earlier is I am giving the I am giving the value from the app component, it is accepting, and here it is I am passing. Okay, this is accepting and passing. Accept is here accept is nothing but here I am using the input decorator. I am giving, right? So that's the reason this is the output decorator. You got it, right? This is the first component, second component. The first step is completed. Input parameter, input by using the input decorator, I can give the value. So passing in a sense output parameter. So whatever we are saying, this is I am triggering the event here. Once I clicking the send button, I am triggering. So trigger in a sense, this is I am triggering the event. It means I am emitting the value or injecting the value from first component to second component. So that's the reason I have to make the output decorator with the event emitter. So right now employee location is this one. Employee location is this one. This location I am giving the employee location to output decorator. Okay, this value, so whatever customer location event, this value, sorry, this event emitter, it can give to me the value into the app.component.ts file, sorry, HTML, app.component.html file. See customer location event, this one, whatever I'm saying, the customer location event is triggered. When so I'm clicking on the send button, this is going to be fired. Okay, I am giving the, so when it is fired in a sense, see it's like a kind of a once you click on the send button, what is happening? So by default if you say the HTML related, if you click the send in the sense, this is a click related event, right? So same way when I am going to click on the send, I am firing the this event emitter. I have to give the reference, this customer location event reference into the app.component.html. because of, see here, once I can trigger on that, I need to give the, see, you have to target is here the dollar event. Okay, this dollar event is contained to the what is the value of employee location. So my ultimate target is this one, this parameter. For this parameter only I have to create the one more event. So how I have to give the so if I write the dollar event like this, value here, like it can treat as a string value or a boolean property or any kind of value in. So but here my problem is here, this is the event. Okay, this is the event emitter. Once you click on that, event is something happened to me. So same situation. So for that only we have to give the event into the app.html. So not give like say input whatever, how we have declared the for the input decorator, you should not declare like that. Okay, that is the difference you have to notice. Once you identify these two differences, then you can get the idea of the input and output decorators. The way of the style is different, that's it. The way of the style is different, but approaches and the component communication is same. Okay, once if you see event customer location here, if you see that event communication location, so right now this location details, right, this location details contain to the employee location related details. Okay, so how it is contained to the location details, in the sense already I have injected to here. If you see that, see I am injecting, if you see now this injection, this is firing to me. So once you are clicking on that, this logic is executed in the in my customer.component.ts file. Okay, then you can get the details, and then whatever once you executed this one, see this employee location injected into the customer location event. So this anyway, this customer location is attached to with this event. Okay, so this event is given to the proper data. Okay, so I will put the debugger to here. We will see that. Sorry, send. Click on the send. See, first of all, employee location I am having the empty. Okay, because of I didn't enter anything. So empty records will come and return nothing. So if you see here, there is nothing is value, right? Empty also is a kind of a value, but right now I am entering something value, some location. Okay, once I click on the some location, click on some location, see here event send, which is under the customer.component.ts file. So it see here the first step, it is executing under the customer.component.ts file. First thing is, if you come to here, it is executing this value but not this value. First, because of I am passing the data, right? So that's the reason first of all it should be executed, then only I can accept this sum location. Okay, when it is completed, then we can see the sum location same value into the app.component.ts file. Then I am taking the details which is my local reference variable for the app.component.ts file. I am capturing the details. I am sharing these details into the HTML file. That's it. See, okay, the details you can see here under the HTML file. Okay, that is the input and output parameters. So if you see here, one thing in the some logic in the ng changes, why we have to use the ng on changes in the ng on changes in the component, in the sense if you wanted to monitor the what is the previous value and what is the current value something for your application, then you can use the ng on changes. Okay, suppose see here John Smith is there. Okay, once I'm see, first of all, when I'm going to refresh here, see first time it is I am initialization. See here in the background you see that there is nothing values, right? Now there is nothing value, right, in the employee name. So if you see the changes here, in the order name is the value. See, current value is John. The first change is to the previous value is undefined. This means that, so right now the first time I am I am appending the data to here, that customer here to customer component. So first time in the sense there is no value, right? Means that is my previous value is nothing, undefined value. Because of this is the first time I am doing on that. So first time in the sense obviously the previous value is undefined value only. Okay, the first time in the sense change and the current value is John. Okay, click on that. Okay, now again if you click on that, again if you click the change name, okay, now see again that order name changes. See, my previous value is the John, so I am updating from John to John Smith. This is the first change, no, right? This is my second change, not the first change. So for that you have to use the ng on changes lifecycle hook, which is useful for to monitor the changes of input decorator. So that's it. And the get and set properties, which is useful for to control the input to control the data which is available in the input decorator. Okay, here the input and output decorator, which is useful for to communicate between two components. See here input decorator, as per now I am using the string format. If you wanted to use the template reference also, you can use the template reference, or any kind of any kind of a reference you can use under the input decorator. Okay, like input decorator right now I am using the string format. I mean I am John Smith is a string format, right? So if you wanted to use the any kind of value, you can use the any kind of value for the input decorator. Okay, in my next video I am come up with the ng template outlet, so which is useful for to create the dynamic templates in real-time scenarios. So we will see that in the next lecture. Thank you, thanks so much.